Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Jan 26 through 30, 2026 expose Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, digging for information on the new Logan designer. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week, and then we're going to talk about next week. On Wednesday, January 21st, we've got Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, and Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, picking up where their conversation left off on Tuesday after Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, leaned away from Sheila's intimate advances. That's when Hope Logan, Anika Noel, showed up after Sheila left and told her dad to go for it with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budick. I do wonder if Sheila is going to share her suspicions with Lee that another woman may have her eye on Deacon. Lee will likely sympathize after all the cheating that Jack Finnegan, Ted King did, although ironically some of it was with Sheila. Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, again pleads with Taylor to please drop Deacon as a patient. She's going to pick back up with that conversation that we already heard on Tuesday. You know how Bold and the Beautiful likes to repeat dialogue over and over. Steffi continues to poke and prod her mom about cutting Deacon loose. But later, it looks like he shows up, because also on Wednesday, Deacon and Taylor find it harder and harder to fight their feelings for each other. They may give in just a little. I'm expecting a kiss, though I'm not expecting them to jump straight to doing the naughty on the couch in her office at the hospital. Plus, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, was supposed to be there for dinner, and Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, is grilling chicken, but then Electra had to work late. Of course, R.J. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, is lurking around and keeping a close eye on her. It looks like Daphne Rose might score a winner-winner chicken dinner with Will while his girlfriend is stuck late at the office. Also at the beach house this week, and this may be what happens when Electra is working late, we know Daphne is going to tell Will that she wants to repay his kindness for letting her stay there however she can. She implies that there might be something else on offer besides a rent payment. This is very sketchy, but also vague enough where she can play it off and deny that it meant what it sounded like. On Thursday, January 22nd, we've got things continuing to intensify between Deacon and Taylor. Meanwhile, everybody who knows about this blossoming potential romance is very worried and trying to keep Sheila from finding out about it. In that group of people are Steffi, Hope, Deacon, and Finn. I'm sure that array is going to broaden. All of them are going to scramble to keep the Deacon and Taylor secret from Sheila so she doesn't go do something terrible. Electra tells Will that she's got some concerns about Daphne on Thursday. It looks like Electra suspects that Will may have another woman checking him out. I don't think at this point Electra is getting full stalker Luna Nozawa vibes off Daphne, but I do think she's concerned. I suspect Electra may show up in time to overhear Daphne's provocative offer of repayment in non-monetary terms. On Friday, January 23rd, it looks like Electra is on top of it because she corners Daphne with some hard questions. However, the ex-art teacher assures Electra that she's not crossing any lines with Will. That just sounds like straight-up gaslighting that she got from the school of Luna Crazy. I still think there's something there we don't know about between Daphne and Luna. I also think it's pure lip service because Daphne seems increasingly into Will. She's already been checking him out when he comes up in his swimsuit to use the outdoor shower. I realize the shower's outdoors, but you shouldn't be sitting around watching your friend's boyfriend shower, right? Also on Friday, Finn tries to dodge his terrible mom, Sheila, when he goes over to Il Giordano. Of course, his and Steffi's kids love the pizza that Deacon serves. But Sheila won't let Finn get away with a chat and starts blathering about how Taylor fixed her marriage. Of course, Finn knows that Taylor and Deacon are into each other, so he doesn't want anything to do with this conversation. Finn is going to run back to Steffi to report everything Sheila says, especially if she mentions having concerns about Deacon seeming distracted. Anything that could put her on the path to finding out about Taylor is what Steffi is terrified of. For the week of January 26th through the 30th, February sweeps kick off on Thursday, January 29th. It runs through February 25th, so all the storylines are going to be picking up momentum. Ridge and Brooke want to know who Katie hired as lead designer, and Donna Logan's going to be stuck having to lie. She won't like it when Brooke grills her. When Katie first mentioned hiring a lead designer, Brooke was already asking, "Who is it? Tell me." When she reports back to Ridge that Katie's made this hire, they're going to be insatiably curious. They might start reaching out to find out who applied for the job to figure it out for themselves. I don't think they feel threatened yet, but that'll come later. Bill Spencer is proud that Katie landed Eric as her lead designer. So Bill is going to be so excited to embarrass Ridge with Logan's success and the fact that his Forrester dad is on board with the Spencers. What's ironic is, strictly by biology, Logan is the firm with a Forrester designer. As RJ himself brought up the other day, he, Ridge, Thomas, and Steffi are all Maronis, so the Forrester designer is a Logan, while everybody else over at Forrester are Maronis. This is especially true since Zende Forrester Dominguez has now moved from contract to recurring status. Bill is going to want to rub the Eric thing in Ridge's face, but he's going to have to wait because Katie and Eric are going to continue keeping it a secret for now. Will is going to be on fire about RJ hitting on Elektra, which is happening already. I'm sure RJ is going to take the opportunity to lurk around her at work. Although Will and RJ had a tentative agreement to get along better than their dads do, that's not going to last because 2026 spoilers say they are rivals soon. Steffi is more and more concerned about the threat Taylor faces because of this crush she and Deacon have for each other. Hope and Lee both agree that Sheila is an issue, but more so, they want her out of Deacon's life and they want Taylor in it if that's what'll get Sheila out the door. I think they're being a little more cavalier with the risk. Taylor and Deacon continue to heat up. Elektra is on high alert, and she is watching Daphne very closely. That girl is giving off some creeper Luna-esque vibes. We should see Lee getting an official offer to come to Logan soon. I'm sure she'd be floored to find out that Katie landed Eric by bringing Lee on, but she's going to have to keep the secret as well. Bill and Katie may also try to persuade Will to leave Forrester and join Logan, but he's not going to do that because RJ is sniffing around Elektra and being problematic. We're going to have to wait and see if Eric brings in that whole collection he's already designed. I did see some chatter on some soap social media about whether Forrester owns those designs Eric made. I did a little research and the answer is no. First of all, he doesn't have a non-compete clause. He doesn't even have a Forrester employment contract because he's the co-founder and one-third owner. He and Stephanie Forrester, Susan Flannery, together owned 75%. He designed them at home, and he wasn't using Forrester materials or sitting on Forrester property. It was not assigned or requested work. The designs were not accepted, produced, or even viewed officially at the company. Steffi caught a glimpse of them, but Ridge refused to look at anything and pushed his dad out. Once Eric is no longer an employee, which happened because of Ridge, any claim that Forrester might have on those is very weak, especially since they were never formally submitted. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.